Hello everyone. We have studied mobility and connectivity in Alandi. Intent is to study the current situation of mobility in the town of Alandi and what led to the current growth of road pattern in this manner and how it alters according to the changing situations to fulfill the requirements. The content is introduction, land use, regional level transportation system and the city level transportation system. Alandi is a pilgrimage center which has numerous links to town from the surrounding area. The floating population of it increases up to 3 to 5 lakhs and the average population density of Alandi is 2567 per square kilometer. The floating population of Alandi increases during festival time. In Ashadi and Kartika Ekadashi, it increases up to 3 to 5 lakh, and in other festivals, it increases up to 60 to 70,000. The land use of Alandi has changed from 1998 to 2016. The average percentage of transport and communication was 3.9 percentage in 1998, and it increased up to 8.4 percentage in 2016. Jurisdiction and governance of the roads. The roads in Alandi comes under the authorities NHAI, PWD, MSRDC, PMRDA and Jilla Parishad. Types of roads in Alandi. National highways, state highways, district roads and the rural roads.
Then we have mapped regional level transportation system and city level transportation system on the criteria of mobility and connectivity. Regional level transportation system.
Coming towards the regional level transportation system, it has major of railway station, metro station, airport and bus stands. The near major railway station is in Pune, which is around 20 km from Alandi. There are several minor railway stations which are spread along Pune and Pimpri. The closest airport is around 16 km, which is in Pune. The total spread of current metro line is around 32 km. And there are 4 new metro projects that have been proposed in Pune and Pimpri. The slide shows the frequency of buses which runs through the city or town of Alandi. The table shows the detail of PMPL routes which has total number of 11 routes. The chart below shows the frequency of buses. From that it can be seen that Swargate, Bosri, Pune, Manpa has major of buses which runs through Alandi. Then coming towards the national and state highway, National Highway 548D. The authority which looks after this is NHAI, which is around 11 km from Alandi. State Highway 60. The authority which looks after this is PWD State Highway. This is around 3.2 km from Alandi. The highway runs from Pune to Dhule. The hierarchy of transportation system from outside Alandi to Alandi and inside Alandi. People reach to nearby cities and towns around Alandi via this mode of transportation, aeroplane, four-wheelers and the train. People from nearby cities and towns come to Alandi through bus, auto, four-wheeler and the two-wheeler. Then the last mile connectivity for the floating population who come to Alandi via bus is auto, two-wheeler and the pedestrian. These are the PMPL routes from various places to Alandi. Proposed transit lines at regional level. Proposed roads. There is a proposal of expressway, primary, secondary, arterial, subarterial roads in and around Alandi, which will be looked by PWD. There is a proposal to expand the existing 2-lane highway to 6-lane highway, which runs from Dehu to Alandi, and also the widening of Charoli Road, which will enable vehicles on Pune-Alandi Road to go via Charali Fata Road. Railway proposal. Crescent Railway is a proposal for future which is around 12 kilometers from Alandi. The proposed semi-high speed rail. There is a proposed for semi-high speed rail network which will connect Pune and Nasik. Proposed metro. There is a proposal of Nashik Fata and Chakan metro line. This extension will be undertaken in a future phase of metro project. NH 965 Saint Yaneshwar Maharaj Palki Marg, which is laid on 8 November 2021. The road is a 4-lane road with provision of 7-meter wide road and 3-meter wide pedestrian path, specially for Varkaris. The road passes through 3 districts, namely Satara, Pune and Solapur. This brings all devotees at one place and saves 2 hours between Pune and Pandharpur. Analysis. So as you can see, there are 2 zones, red and yellow. These are the zones which are potential for development or growth in the area due to future proposals of secondary road in yellow region and NH 965 in the red zone.
City level transportation system in Alandi. This slide shows the evolution of road network in Alandi and how the road has developed over the year. So from this we can interpret that in 1998 the percentage of roads was around 4% and the built up was around 7%. And now in 2016, the road is around 8% and the built up has grown around 12%. So we can state that the built up has increased over the year, but the road network hasn't developed along with the structures. This slide shows the major roads and connectivity in Alandi along with its width. Major roads and their width along with its material.
Then coming on to the parking and bridges, there is only public parking space which caters to 35 to 40 number of cars. Here in the image, you can see the encroachments on the roadside, which results in the reduction of carriageway. As a result, it affects the vehicular and the pedestrian movement. Bridges. So Alandi is well connected with the bridges. It has 5 bridges from which 3 are vehicular, one of it is pedestrian, and the bridge D which is under construction is the pedestrian bridge. Here in the last image you can see the planter bed which can be effectively used as a walkways and can reduce the pedestrian traffic on the road. Bus stops and bus stands. There is only one major stand, Alandi ST stand in Alandi with capacity of 8 to 10 buses. And there are nearly 10 bus stops in Alandi which are almost catering to north and southeastern population by leaving northwestern population with no bus stops. SWOT analysis. Strengths. Northeastern area has good connectivity. It has good connectivity with nearby towns. Local transportation helps local vendors for the transportation of their goods. Weakness. It does not have proper connection to northwestern side. Limited parking spaces for the buses. Opportunities. It has well planned public facilities which can be provided in Alandi Nagarpalika bus stand. Road network at city level. At city level, Alandi has 25% primary road, 29% secondary, and 45% tertiary roads. Coming to the core area of Alandi, Pradakshina Marg is two-way road with provision of footpaths. The roads in maroon are pedestrian and vehicular roads. The roads in orange are only of pedestrian roads. Mainly there is a difference in two street characters in Alandi. One is of internal streets with 4 to 6 meter wide road with traditional building characters, and the other one is Pradakshina Marg with 9 to 10 meter wide and the provision of footpath, but the traditional building character is missing over here. Coming to the liveliness of the streets, pilgrims and the street hawker are the people who makes the streets lively in Alandi. Due to the lots of pedestrian activities going on the streets, there is a conflict between vehicular and pedestrian movement. And due to the encroachment of footpath by hawkers, people can't make the use of footpath. The flowchart shows how the transportation impact on economic growth. As there will be transportation improvement, there would be increase in capacity, efficiency and reliability that will increase the productivity and will increase the competition, and at last it will increase the economic growth. The roads in the red zone are under AMC and are not properly maintained. All the roads in yellow zones are under the PWD state highways and are maintained good.
Chalks and major junction. Here we have mapped all the chalks in Arandi. According to street design guidelines, chalk must have footpath, green island, speed breaker, street furniture, zebra crossing and traffic light for making the chalk both pedestrian and vehicular friendly. We have studied Vadgaon Chowk. Vadgaon Chowk caters to heavy vehicular traffic. Vehicles are parked along the side of the road, which greatly reduces the effective road width. There is a need of traffic island at this chowk. There is a need of marking zebra crossing as there is heavy pedestrian movement seen at this chowk. At Vadgaon Chowk, there is high intensity traffic which creates congestion due to the vehicle encroachment on the road, and there is no alternate parking space provided by the building. At Vitthal Rakhumai Chowk, in this area there are commercial shops, heritage building and mixed-use building, so people tend to park their vehicle on the road which results in traffic jams. Connectivity during festival time. Here we have marked all the important nodes in Anandi during festivals. So you can see the floating population drastically increases during Ashadi Ekadashi and Kartiki Ekadashi. Mahadwar Marg and Indrayani Marg act as major activity centers during Wari. Footfall analysis. During Wari time, the vehicular access of all primary road is restricted for outsiders. The road experiences a heavy footfall, which on normal day is 50 to 60,000, which drastically increases to 3 to 5 lakhs. This creates problem for the people living in Alandi. Analysis for congestion. Congestion can happen mainly due to two reasons: bottlenecks and external events. Bottlenecks are formed due to road capacity, traffic, road usage due to hawkers, road width. External events which contribute to congestion are traffic incident, poor traffic control, work zone, and lack of traffic signals. Overlays of map and analysis of figure ground map. Overlay of map. Here we have overlaid road network map, heritage map, building use map, and infrastructure development map. After overlaying these maps, we came to the analysis of figure ground map.
Block structure map is the one where you can understand how porous the city or town is in terms of vehicular and pedestrian. There is a notion that lower the size of block, the more is the walkability. Yes, at individual level it may be right, but coming to collective level, the whole thing becomes only zig and zag, and the crossing of the streets. Hence, there is a particular size of block which is not too low and not too large, and that is the size of Manhattan, which is the perfect place when we talk about the walkability of streets. Walkability of streets depends on two factors. One is planning on the ground and second is the destinations at different places to go for. When we talk about Alandi, the core area has smaller size block and high density of people than that of outskirts. Hence, it makes sense to have such a block size to manage the density. Due to the smaller block size, it has got more perimeter area for retail shops. But coming to the fact of street width and popular destination points, it's not that good.
These are some of the references that we have used. Thank you.